Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Gemini love reading, and this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take what does. If it does not, leave what does not. Then it was not meant for you. It was meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get a romance angel card. We're going to get whispers of love. We're going to get some tarot. We're going to look at past, current, and future energies. And we're going to get some clarifiers and close out with an oracle. All right. So let's get a romance angel. Oh no, whispers of love. Whispers of love. For Capricorn and Gemini, what do we got going on here for Capricorn and Gemini? Miracles and blessing. Everything has its gift. Well, that's definitely positive. All right, Capricorn and Gemini. New love. All right. So I'm feeling a couple different things here. It could be that there is a new relationship coming in for you, Capricorn, and it could be with a Gemini. That could be Gemini sun, rising moon, or just somebody who has those qualities of a Gemini. It could also be that if you're in a relationship with a Gemini, that it's almost like it feels like a new love because you're looking at the relationship from a different set of eyes, from a different perspective, right? Maybe you've been having some problems or you're having this disconnect, you're having this miscommunication, and you work through that, and then you're like, you know what, this relationship feels renewed, right? Revived, right? Because we're working on a relationship. We're working on this as, you know, we're getting back to the dating, right? We're getting back to that fun that we used to have, that lightheartedness within our relationship. So that, I feel like that new love could also represent that, even if it's been a relationship that you have been in for a while, is getting back to that new love feeling, right? That giddy feeling, those feelings that you have inside when you get excited when you see someone, because, you know, maybe that's something that has been lost. All right, past energies, we have the Six of Wands, we have the Hierophant. Current energies, we have the Ten of Swords, and we have the Ten of Wands, okay? Oh, there we go, the Gemini card, the Lovers, okay? Future energy, the Lovers, and we have the Strength card. I'm feeling one more, and then we have the Ten of Cups. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. So definitely a new beginning, okay? Again, like I was saying, that for some Capricorns, it could be a new relationship that you are having. Like somebody new comes into your life and you start this new relationship with a Gemini, or it could be a existing relationship, or definitely you're working through things. That's what I was feeling, right? With this Ten of Swords and these Ten of Wands, there's some stuff that you have to work on. There's some stuff that you are, you know, trying to get past. And this future energies, we have the Lovers, we have the Strength card, we have the Ten of Cups. So I do feel that it's feeling like a new love, right, with this energy here, because the Lovers is also about two people becoming one. It's having that connection, that strength, that bond, that Ten of Cups. So I feel like there's a renewal within this relationship. All right, so for past energies, we have the Six of Wands and we have the Hierophant. So I feel like it's rising above a situation and working through something, okay? There's something that's going on between the two of you. With this current energy, tens are completion. So getting past this, right? The Swords and this Wands, carrying these heavy burdens, working through things, whatever that may represent for you. Like I said, maybe it's that you haven't focused on the relationship between each other, right? Maybe you're so busy with what's going on with life in the world and the daily grind that you're not spending that time together, to have that connection time, to have that date night, to have that focusing on each other and have that fun time. Sometimes, you know, the stresses of daily life become so heavy that we forget to go out and have fun, right? And be silly. We have the Fool, which is somebody who is silly, somebody who is foolish, right? And I feel like just having those fun, lighthearted moments are very important. We have the Ten of Swords again. So there's definitely something that the two of you are going through that you are trying to work through. It's these swords on your back. You're feeling stabbed. You're feeling hurt, right? Gemini is swords. So Gemini can be very analytical. Gemini will look at things, you know, analytically. Emotions may not be a strong point. So it can be kind of cold sometimes with Gemini. I'm not saying all Geminis, you know, because Gemini has the twins, which is both sides. So there's, you know, those two sides. But Gemini is very analytical and will look at things, you know, with the mind and maybe show less emotion. And maybe that's something that has been struggling within this relationship. All right, yeah, the Seven of Swords. I feel like it's coming out of the shadows, feeling like maybe there could be that Capricorn was feeling some sort of deception within Gemini, because Gemini is analyzing all the time. You know, it can be a little overwhelming when you're with somebody who is constantly analyzing you, right? And is constantly, you feel like you're always being analyzed, like everything that you do, and then they'll point out little things that you're doing that you don't even realize that you're doing, right? And it's like, you know, sometimes being under that microscope can be a little much. But that's, you know, maybe something that has been causing a wedge between the two of you. And that's something that needs to be worked on. Gemini, like I said, has those two sides. And Gemini can be very, when Gemini is good, they're really good. And when they're bad, they're really bad. I'm not saying all Geminis. I'm just saying that I've dated quite a few. Because I would say Gemini is what I am attracted to the most. But there are, when it's good, it's really good and it's amazing and it's high highs. And when it's bad, it's really bad and it's low lows. And it's like, sometimes you feel like that switch of, you know, you want more of the good, but I feel like sometimes Gemini goes more towards the bad sometimes. And then it's like, okay, we got to rein this back in, where we at least have to have the balance, right? That we don't want it skewed towards the negative side. And I'm not saying all Geminis, I'm just saying what I found with Geminis. And so that could be what's going on, is that balance is becoming off balance. We have the Ace of Pentacles, that new start. There's a lot of, could be that physical connection, right? There's a strong physical connection between you and Gemini. But I feel like there's something that doesn't feel right with the Seven of Swords. Something, you know, that can represent deception. Somebody's sneaking, somebody's hiding. You know, I feel like Gemini can kind of hide things because they're very analytical, so they can, you know, kind of feel like they may be hiding something, or they're not being upfront with something, right? They're trying to decide, okay, do I divulge this information or do I not divulge this information? Ace of Swords, getting past this. I do feel that the two of you will be able to work past the situation. We have the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords. This could represent a new way of thinking for both of you. I feel like communication is extremely important for Gemini to understand how you're feeling, if you're feeling the Seven of Swords energy. And it's important for you to express that to Gemini, to let them know how you're feeling, and to communicate those things. I feel like sometimes Gemini makes you feel like you want to hold back, like you want to keep to yourself, because you're feeling like you can't express yourself. You can't be your true self with Gemini for some reason. I feel like there's part of you that is holding back. And it could be the one side of Gemini, you feel like you can be free and be yourself. And then the other side of Gemini, you can be like, yeah, I need to hold back on this. Seven of Wands, you have to do what you feel is best for you within the situation, right? You have to do what is best for you to reach that Ten of Cups. If it's working on something, communicating, letting Gemini know how you feel. I do feel that sometimes, you know, maybe you feel like Gemini is being sneaky, or they're not being upfront, or they're not being, you know, honest with what it is that they have going on in their mind, because you know that they're always thinking about things, they're always processing things, and you're like, well, what's going on? Like, and you feel like maybe they're not telling you, they're never going to tell you everything that's going on, but I mean, like, they're not. Gemini is very protective, and it's hard for them to let someone into that inner circle. Like, I feel like they have different layers, right? And the more that they trust you, and the more that they feel that they can trust you, they'll let you closer into that inner circle. Though I don't think it's very rare that they let anyone into the closest circle ever. I think they probably do that once, and then once that person hurts them, then they keep everybody out, and the chances of somebody getting back in, that can definitely happen. But I feel like everybody else has to work even harder because of the damage that the first person did. That's just my thought. That's just my feeling. I'm not saying that's every Gemini. I'm just saying from what I've known from the Geminis that I've been with, that's how it's been. Because I feel like Gemini doesn't like to be vulnerable. I mean, who likes to be vulnerable? Nobody likes to be vulnerable, right? But I feel like, especially with Gemini being so analytical, I feel like they definitely test you to get you, for you to be in that inner circle. And you have to prove yourself 10 times more than the person before you. But once you do, then that connection, you know, is very strong. But I feel like maybe that may be something that you're struggling, you're feeling like you're on the outside, right, of the circle of Gemini. And I feel like that's something that maybe, are you fighting to try and get closer to that, right? Because you feel that connection with Gemini, like you want to have that connection, but you know that Gemini may be putting up those walls. I do feel that within this reading, that who this reading is for is that the perseverance and showing Gemini, you know, that you're willing to put into work. But obviously Gemini has to do their work too, but I feel like this brings in a new start. This brings in the new beginning. We have the Fool card twice, right? Is that silliness, that lightness, that 10 of Cups, that freedom, that patience, that compromise within the two of you that you have to do within this relationship. Those new feelings, right? Pages are young, new feelings. Those new feelings that you have, I feel like this, again, new love. That's what I was feeling from the beginning, is that this relationship has this evolution of what it's going through, you know, with this Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords and this work that you're going through. But I feel that it's very rewarding in the end. Like, it is this Lovers card where the two of you have become one, where you have this strong bond and connection. The Chariot, moving forward, paving that path, moving forward, and seeing that if things start to go to this 10 of Swords energy, that you catch that and you work through that. Bottom of the Cup, the Death card. There's something that is holding the two of you back, without a doubt. That's definitely what I feel with these two 10 of Swords and this 10 of Wands. There's something that's holding the two of you back within this relationship. And, you know, there's some walls that are put up, but Death card is also transformation, right? And change. There is big change within this relationship. And that's why I was saying is that I feel like this new love can also represent this new level of connection between you and Gemini that is happening. It's something that's going to take its time. It's something that's going to take a process. I kind of feel like you're getting there because we have the 10s, which are completion. So I feel like it's definitely getting there. But it's definitely, maybe you feel like you're getting there and then all of a sudden you shut down and you're like, oh, I thought we were doing good, and then we're not. But really, you really are doing good. You really are having this progress to this energy here, to this 10 of Cups. But it's definitely something that has to be worked on. And I feel it's incredibly rewarding and a whole new level of a relationship once you're able to get there. But you both have to be in that frame of mind of having to work on the relationship and work on those weaker parts within the relationship and have that communication. All right, so let's get an animal oracle and close it out. All right, we have Wombat Spirit. Be at home. I feel like that's that 10 of Cups, right? being at home, having that warm, comfy, cozy feeling, that connection, that person you can rely on, that person that you can trust, that person you can say anything, that you can be who you really want to be, and that person accepts you. And I feel like that's kind of the goal, is where you're trying to get with Gemini. And that connection that can happen with that, especially with the Gemini card being out and having the Lover's card and that connection. Again, new feelings, new love, miracles and blessing, right? The miracle of being in Gemini's inner circle, right? Miracles can happen. It can, if you're both on the same page, right? The miracle of the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords, and getting past this, but believing in that, putting in the work and making things happen, and the miracle of these two Fool cards, the new beginnings. All right, thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.